Yes.
So I believe we are now live. Hi everybody, this is Beverley from LOVEYUNITY, and I'm here today with Loot Bryon Smith. I'm just going to share this live, Loot, in a few groups, and then I'll be with you, my friend. Yay, we got on live, amazing.
Yes. Absolutely.
So you have my undivided attention now. So Loot is a musician, an artist, I would say. And you changed your music around a couple of years ago, didn't you? To create, it's more rap now, I would say. Is that right?
Yes, Beverley. First of all, I'd like to thank you for bringing me on with you. And I appreciate you collaborating with me and everything that you stand for and that you post in the groups and just your energy. I appreciate that very much. But yes, back to it. And I at first was creating a more mainstream style of music, which a lot of the content was negative, but at the time I didn't realize it. I just thought I was doing what was cool, what everybody else was doing. And as I've grown in my journey, just life in general, and just the people that have encouraged me, that have influenced me, I've wanted to create music that was uplifting and that would actually help myself as well as others. So that was probably close to 4 years ago now that I've made that transition, and just wonderful, amazing things have come out of that, like attracting people to me like yourself, wonderful, amazing, extraordinary individuals, and just life in general. My mindset has changed, and just my whole outlook on life and myself in the things that occur in my life has just been wonderful. Even through adversities that I face, it's just I'm able to use adversity now as a tool for growth, and I talk about that in my music a lot too.
Yeah, you do. And you're actually, for me, you're telling a story. You're telling your own story through your music, your story of your ascension and your journey here in life. And this is what I find very fascinating. I find it interesting that you're using the tools that you have, the gifts that you have as an artist to create this change, like you say, for yourself and for others. And you're getting a lot of people watching your YouTube channel and watching your videos. So that must be some form of recognition that what you're creating is needed out there. Is that how you look at it too?
Yes, I believe, especially, you can look at like social media and the internet as a positive or a negative. It depends on which way you want to look at it. Yeah. Everything I believe, is perspective. And for me, that if you're looking for negative and if you're focused on that, then that's what you'll notice more, and that's what you'll bring and attract to you. But I believe that social media and the internet has been a blessing to me, because like just connection with you, I probably wouldn't have never ever encountered you in life, had this platform not been here. And I think it is also with the internet, the social media, that this information that we weren't aware of before in regards to our own, self-empowerment in the universe, you would have to look a lot deeper. You'd have to go somewhere and go research it and actually be conscious of it to find it. But now I believe that it's causing like a bit of an awakening, because we're able to put this information out there, and even people that weren't aware of it before, even like myself, are able to encounter it and listen. And now this kind of music is being created. I'm sure there's other people that's out there creating similar content. I haven't really found too many, but I found a few. But just, it's wonderful, the whole social thing, and we can connect with people around the world and like-minded, and I can find pockets of people all around the world who are looking for awakening, or looking for answers to their adversity within themselves, and and learning that they can look within themselves, that that the creator has given them the power within to fix things in their lives and to look at things differently and to grow and to just, it's just amazing. So yes, I'm getting a lot of views, and I believe that that's because I consider myself a conduit of the universe, of God, and the music that I create. I always say that I'm inspired to create. I know I take credit for it, but I try not to really take credit for it, because I know that even at times I can't explain how I come up with the concepts in the lyrics that I recite in the music that I create. So I always say the music that I'm inspired to create, because I honestly believe that I'm inspired, by the universe to create these lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that energy within you and with your music. Because I don't usually listen to that kind of music. And I think I told you when we had a chat some while ago, but something about your energy, because we're all energy, and the energy comes through in all our work. And you have the right, oh, right is the wrong word, but you have this positivity, this energy, this really impactful energy about you. And that shines through your work. And like you say, you're inspired to create it through the universe. And I think we're a lot of us that work like this now. It's not so much in the mind, it's more coming from the heart and the soul. And it shows. You can sense it. You can sense when it, yeah, you can sense it when it comes through that way. And it's really beautiful. And I think you're going to impact a lot of lives. I really
Yes.
do. Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate that, Beverly. Thank you very much. And it's something you said that has become, a reoccurring often is people talk to me and they tell me, well, I'm not really fond of this style of music, and I don't really listen to this kind of music, but there's something about yours that I actually like, and it's actually reaching and touching me, because we all have what we like, and I don't take offense to it if people tell me, oh, I don't like that kind of music. That's fine, because there's certain genres of music that I don't really care for. It just doesn't reach me. So everybody has choices, and I believe so. But at the same time, I am very thankful that I'm getting people more and more that in the past they wouldn't even give this genre of music a chance, but something about my music or the music I was inspired to create has impacted their lives in some way or touched them in some way. And I appreciate that, because that right there just seems surreal when someone that has not even listened to this music prior have thought enough about me to send me messages that they like what I'm doing, and they like listening to the lyrics that I'm saying, even though they don't necessarily, like the style of music. They like me and what I'm doing, and that's just,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how that makes me feel. Like, wow, wow. Like years ago, I would have never thought that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't surprise me now, because of the powers that I know that the universe has, that God has, and it doesn't surprise me now. It's like, this is how it's supposed to unfold.
Yeah,
and like you said, it's just going to grow more and more, and I know it, because when you've found your passion, and just everything just aligns, within your mind, your heart, your spirit, and just the way things happen that you would have took maybe before as coincidences, that now nope, it's not a coincidence. That was supposed to happen that way. This was supposed to happen that way.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I had told you before, when it didn't a few days ago, when the show didn't quite come together, technical difficulties. It wasn't supposed to happen that day. It's supposed to happen
Exactly. And I feel the same way. And I was actually feeling really poorly that day. So today I'm on the top of my game. So that was really good.
That's why. And there was a few things that I was lacking internally that day too. But I mean, we were going to make it happen no matter what, because I go with the flow. But it wasn't supposed to happen that way, and I embraced it instead of becoming frustrated. Well, I might have gotten frustrated for a few minutes, but then I realized, you know what? This is what's supposed to happen, because something better we're going to reach something different, or some different person that we wouldn't have normally reached that day. It's going to happen today. We're going to make a different impact today. So it was meant to happen on Saturday.
It was. We so agree there. Luke, can you tell us a little bit about what you, because you said that something shifted within you and you changed your music. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened that changed that for you?
You know, it's just that when I can name a specific time, and I've said this before, but maybe not to you, but there was a time that I was collaborating with some people that I was doing music with in the past, and we were all sitting around writing the music, and I was listening to their lyrics, and then as I was writing my lyrics, I kind of got outside myself, and this was looking at myself and was like, what are you talking about? Do you hear what you're reciting here? You know, and it almost made me feel like at that time, like a bit of a shame that I was creating these destructive style lyrics in the name of just trying to follow what everybody else was doing, or what I thought would net me, you know, some wealth or something like that, or what was cool, what I thought would make it to the, you know, a record deal or something like that. And it wasn't authentic to me, really. It just wasn't. And at that moment, I stopped, and they noticed it too, because my content after that moment changed too. It wasn't quite what it is now, but they could just, the music that I started to create, they started to like scratch their heads, like, what is he doing? You know, he's making this different kind of music. It's not talking about abuse, or you know, abusing a substance, or illegal this, or violence. And I wasn't talking about that anymore. So they were looking at me like, what's going on with him? But at the same time, they were supporting me. They were like, okay, you know, you're an artist. We know, we believe in you. So, okay, we'll go along with this. But eventually, whatever doesn't, you know, resonate with you, it eventually dissipates in your life. So they you know, blessings to them and whatever they're doing, or each individual. But I eventually just, you know, flowed to my own.
Yeah. Would you say you woke up in that moment?
I what?
That you woke up in that moment, like you woke up to the more authentic self?
Yes, I woke up like it just wasn't, it was like I was saying these lyrics, but it wasn't me. And so I was able to have like kind of like an out of body experience, where I was kind of looking at myself and then watching myself recite these lyrics that I said, wait a minute, these lyrics aren't good for me. They're not. And then I'm projecting it out there to especially, you know, young people that are going to try to mimic this stuff, and I'm feeding them poison. So I had to stop immediately, stop doing that. So, you know, here I am. I'm putting, you know, food for the mind, body, and spirit out there. And it's not saying that every lyric that I say that everybody's going to agree with it, but it's at least it's coming from, like you said, my authentic self. It's coming from what I'm resonating with at this moment, where my mindset is at this moment. And I know I'm not doing it because of what I think it's cool, or I think somebody else wants me to do it, or I think, you know, it's all the influence of the universe is speaking through me, my own, you know, authentic self, my spirit, my heart. And I know, even though I've advanced in age in regards to what the mainstream people, you know, regard as a rapper, but I know I'm doing the right thing. And I believe creativity has no age, and passion has no age.
No.
I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing.
I totally agree with you. And we're changing all those different labels and perspectives, aren't we, of the mainstream, luckily, so that we're not barrowing ourselves into these boxes. And everything is go now. As long as it comes from the heart, it's a go. And I think that it's so important to talk about these things, because words are powerful. and especially connected with music, because the frequency of music also is a vibration. So there's the words and the vibration of sound together that have a massive impact on people. So I think I think it's really beautiful that you woke up to the fact that you were actually sending out some poison, you know, negativity instead of the positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And like you said, yeah, words are very powerful, and people, even myself, you know, I'm just starting to realize how powerful words are, and being able to make a comparison to the words that I speak on a regular basis and what's going on in my life. You know, not saying that I can just say something right now and then the next minute it's like that, or it could be like that, but just your thought pattern and your speech pattern, your word pattern has a lot of connection of the energy that you are bringing into your life and the circumstances that unfold in your life. And what I realize is that even when I'm doing, like, you know, a prayer or meditation or whatever, where I'm, you know, speaking what I want or what I desire, speaking love out there into the world and to myself, and, you know, sending blessings to everyone, I still have to be conscious of the other, you know, hours in the day of what I'm talking about and what I'm thinking about, my inner thought, my inner, you know, speech. And even when I'm thinking things that I don't want, to be able to say, no, I don't accept that, and to be able to put something over that, you know, change that negative to a positive, and just say, nope, I realize it's there, but I don't accept it. I understand what you're doing, inner voice. I understand, you know, because a lot of these patterns that we have, they've been there for a long time. So it does take a while, yeah, to it's a constant, a process, constant work to continue to override these negative, you know, energies and negative thoughts that just seem to just pop up.
oh yeah, it is, and it's 24/7 work, isn't it? If you're, you know, and the awareness of that is key, and it's the start. As soon, you know, when you get to that stage where you can actually look at something coming up, and you know it's not you, that it's a thought or a pattern or a negative thing coming up, then you've already taken yourself out of that, and you are the person, and you know that that's a thought, and you know that you're not the thought, so you can
Yeah,
actually start processing it. Yeah. And
absolutely.
yeah, and then it just goes deeper and deeper from there, and you know, you release a lot so that your energy gets higher, your vibration gets higher, you get more in connection with yourself, and then you get more clear guidance and more intuition, and then it just evolves from there.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
continuously
Yeah.
evolving. Like, I know that I will never get to a point where I feel like I've already evolved as high as I'm going to evolve. I know I'm always learning something, or I've learned to be open and aware to receive lessons from everything. Like I said before, whether I perceive it as something negative, or whether I perceive it as something positive, or if I perceive a person as negative. I believe that life is contrast. We go through all that anyways. And if we know that, just like it never stays, it gets dark, but it's a purpose for that, you know, and the morning is always going to come. So that's how I'm looking at life now. It's like, okay, when I'm going through a trying, you know, point in my life, I know that eventually the sun's going to come back up. So let me just try to remain calm and patient and open up myself and ask myself, like one of my favorite authors tells me, Louise Hay, she says, ask yourself, even look in the mirror and say, what am I not seeing in this situation? What do I need to learn in this moment, in this situation, in this adversity that I'm going through? And that's a powerful thing.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, Louisa Hay, she was an amazing author. She wrote some really inspiring and lots of beautiful affirmations that I used to use as well.
Yes,
And
I'm reading one of her books right now. Yep, it's the Louise Hay collection. It's a collection of
wow.
a lot of her books. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm almost done with it, but it's an amazing book, and I highly suggest it, and for whoever. Yeah, she's one of my favorite authors.
Yeah. Yeah. What else has inspired you on your journey? Because we all have different tools. That I'm a healer, so I've been through different modalities with healing to connect more to energy, and I've also read a lot of books, thousands, on
Yeah.
spirituality and healing and all different kinds of things. What more? And also music has also inspired me a lot. What inspires you? Do you have anything? Do you have a few things that inspire you, or?
Yes, like I
Yeah,
said, just things I go through in life. Life is my
yeah,
teacher now, and I
yeah,
firmly believe when the when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I'm inspired by people like you, and just the people that I encounter and the people that I'm aligning with. And even through my journey, there's some people that come, into my circle, into my existence, maybe for a long time or maybe for a short period, but I'm constantly learning, and I'm learning also to question things that I don't understand rather than criticize,
yeah,
or try to get an understanding. And even at the end of that, I might not be ready, or it still might not be for me. Or it can be something where I didn't understand it at that moment, but then a few months down the line, it resonates with me. So I'm just, I think the important thing is just to be open. So
yeah,
that inspires me. Just the fact that I'm open now. I'm not just closed in this box of thinking, okay, this is how I think and that's it. Because we all have our patterns of thought that we've learned from our parents and people that we've been around. But I'm finally coming to the point in my life where I'm open and even questioning some of my old beliefs in regards to a lot of things. So I believe that if you always have the same mindset and it's not constantly growing and changing, then you're always going to be in the same space, the same spot. Now, if you're totally satisfied and totally happy with the space that you're in, then fine, don't change. But I still think everyone can change and learn, but just know that when you have these reoccurring things in your life that you're not satisfied with, just know that things have to change. You can't keep thinking the same way. You can't keep speaking the same way and expecting experiences to change. And I'm learning that. And I've encountered a lot of people like that wonder why things won't change. And but I keep hearing them speak the same way, or they'll maybe one day change it up a little bit, but then they go back to that regular,
yeah,
complaining and focusing on, what they don't like and what people are doing that they don't agree with. And that's their speech all the time. And then I'm sitting back and just observing, even though a lot of times I won't say anything because I don't think that it's my job to try and correct someone every time they talk. So I give them the respect to listen to them, but then I'm learning at the same time to say, I see this reoccurring in this person's lives, but I'm listening to how they're talking to me every time I speak to them. It's never gratitude. It's never uh, uh, positive things and what they like about people. It's always what this person has done to me and they were wrong. And they could have really been wrong, but if that's all you're focusing on all the time is what is wrong or what someone has done wrong to you, then I believe that that's what you're going to continue, what's going to continue to
oh God, yes,
grow.
yeah. And the thing is that when people project something onto you, and you get triggered by it, it usually is a sign to you that there's something that you need to work on within yourself, because
Yes.
otherwise you wouldn't get triggered by it. And this is
I'm
what we talk about the shadow work, working with our shadow and working with our inner child, because we are so programmed from such an early age that we're not even aware of the programming. So it's the only way that we can be shown what the programming is or what the limited beliefs are is that we get triggered. So to get a reaction from somebody is actually a gift, because it shows us where we need to look within ourselves, with the places, that the wounds that need healing. So, and projecting out on somebody else all the time is like you say, it's not going to change anything, because we all have to do our own inner work. And it's never anybody else's fault. They're just saying things from their perspective. So if we look at it from that point of view, we all have our different perspectives, and we're all free to speak our truths. And if we get triggered by somebody else's truth, then there's something within us that we need to look at. Yeah.
Yes, very, very well said.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that too. Is yeah, when something bothers you, that or you allow something to bother you that someone does or says, yeah, that is a red flag as to this is what I need to work more on, because things that someone else says should not bother you. You know, I've explained that to someone else before, a young man that I was talking to that would get upset because people would say things about him or someone he loves. And I'm like, okay, now these people that are saying this what are they doing for you? I mean, are they some people that you hold dear, close to your heart? No. Are they people that are responsible or helping you in some way in life and, you know, with your well-being? No. Well, why would you allow the sounds, the words that are coming out of their mouth to affect you like that, you know? And he started to get it. It's like, you know what? You're right. And it's like, you are responsible for how you feel, not them. People can say whatever, but you're responsible for how you accept it, how you receive it, how you take it. So work on you. Don't, instead of focusing on them or what they need to stop doing, focus on what you need to stop allowing to affect you this way.
Yeah, exactly. And many times the people that are projecting most are those that are the most hurt. They just don't know how to express themselves or how to heal. So they, you know, but you can't fix anybody. We used to be in a paradigm where us coaches and healers, we used to think that we had to fix everybody, and we were called the wounded healers. And, you know, it was crazy. And that was that time. We're now in a different time where everybody needs to be guided to go within to themselves, because we all have the tools within ourselves. Of course, you can be inspired by others, and you can read books, and you can, you know, have conversations where you share, but we can't fix anybody. We can only fix ourselves, and we don't even need to fix, because we're whole. We just need to go within and, you know, heal whatever needs healing and let go of whatever needs letting go.
Yeah, heal. And like you said, yeah, we are whole, just to find our true authentic self. Like, you know, I started to wake up, you know, a few years ago, 4 years ago, to find my authentic self. It was already there. I just wasn't aware of it. I wasn't, you know, looking in the right place. I wasn't opening myself up to the right energy, to the right mindset. And I'm glad I got that sort of tap on the shoulder to allow me to really look at myself and say, wait a minute.
Oh, your sound went off. Just a minute, Luke.
Did I go out for a second?
Yeah, you're back again now. Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah, it's okay. You're back now.
Okay. Yeah, something went out for a second. No, we're fine. But yeah, just I'm glad I got that, like I said, that tap on the shoulder that said, you know, Luke, look at yourself. Listen to what you're saying, and then look at the things that are occurring in your life. Not saying my life was totally terrible, but there was a lot more, you know, turmoil and just things going on in my life and confusion. And it had a lot to do with the lyrics I was constantly projecting out there. And I finally realized that now.
Yeah, and that's beautiful that you did realize it, and, you know, and you realized it and you acted on it.
Yes.
And that's beautiful too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. That's the important thing. You have to act on it. You can't just get this tap on the shoulder, because you never know how many taps on the shoulder that you're going to get. You might not recognize them when they come again, or your life might be brought way down, you know, to a point where you don't feel like you're going to survive, because again, you're getting that tap on the shoulder. It's going to get hard, that it's going to become a knock, or something is always out there trying to help you shift to, your higher self. And I believe that now.
Yeah. And what I've recognized on my journey is it starts with like a feather stroke on the face. It's ever so gentle. And if you don't listen to it, then it gets to become like a bit more of a push. And then it gets to become a thump. And then in the end, you're sat down and you're like, okay, I have to listen now. And that's what happens, So you can choose to act and take the steps and listen when you get the gentle nudge, or you can wait, because it will, if there's something that you need to do that you've said you will do in this lifetime, that you've made an agreement with the universe, with your soul, then you're going to do it. And they'll make sure that you do it. What you can do it painfully, or you can do it in a soft, loving way for yourself.
Yeah, because oftentimes when we go through things that are especially really hard, we have no other place to look but within, and figure out, a way out, or a way to get this to change. Because it's, when you're going through it, it's not that it's going to go away so quick, but the way that you're internalizing it, the way that you're perceiving it, you can change that. And that in itself will start to cause the situation itself to start getting better.
Yeah.
I'm learning that.
Yeah. And asking questions is really good, because that opens the door to possibilities and potentiality. The more open we are, the easier it is also to receive. And then it becomes like this dance with the universe, where you're flowing with the energies, and you're receiving and you're gifting, and you're receiving and you're gifting, and it becomes really beautiful. And that in itself is a form of music. This is how I see it. Like you're weaving in and out these tunes, and the universe is playing this orchestra. And if you're really quiet and still within yourself, you can hear it, and it's beautiful. And then you can recognize when you're going out of alignment. Oh, right, this feels a little weird, and I'm going into some shadow work, and I'm getting a little bit stuck over here. So how do I get back into this space again? And it's just this dance constantly. And when we get to that stage, it becomes easier, it becomes lighter. And then you start attracting the things and the people to you that align with you. And then you have this amazing dance with other people too, because there's this deep connection. You're calling in your soul family, you're calling in your gifts and all different aspects of yourself. And it just expands and unfolds from there. And it's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, I have that reminds me of a song, when you said, of a song that I was inspired to create, Embrace the Process, where I'm talking about that. And in it, I talk about that we have to have contrast. So embrace that contrast. And like you said, the dance, there's ups and downs, there's dark and light, and just you learn how to flow through each and every moment, and enjoy the light, and learn from what you perceive as negative and dark, and just take those lessons into the light with you. So, and help others do the same. That's an important part. Is as I'm going through my journey, I'm blessed and thankful that I'm able to have an outlet, a conduit, my passion to, through the music that I create, to share with people, through my own journey, through my own lessons, through my own adversities, so that they can apply some of this to themselves, and hopefully, even if they grasp just one concept from something that I've said, or rapped about, or whatever, that could help them, that right there, that's enough for me to say I'm doing my job well, and I'm thankful.
Yeah, and it is, and we don't know who we're impacting, we don't know how many we're impacting, but as long as we're coming out and speaking and expressing what we feel is true, and we're doing it from this heart-centered space, then and there's more and more people doing this in their own unique ways. You know, we're all part of the jigsaw puzzle, aren't we? We all fit together. And the more people that are doing that, then I can feel the energy of humanity lifting, even in this time where it's really chaotic on the outside, on the surface, with what's going on with this virus. But
Yes.
underneath, there's all these light workers that are lifting the energy, and we're coming together, and now's our time to actually come out and help people. It's now
Yeah.
that's more important than ever, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that. I've been
Yeah.
questioned by, quite a few individuals of why I'm not giving any perspectives or anything in regards to, this that's going on. I try not to even name it anymore, because that, to me, you're naming it, you're giving energy to it. And I'm not saying that anybody else is wrong. This is not a call out to anyone. This is just for myself. And I'm just telling them that I know this is going on, and it's going to continue to go on for how long it's going to go on for. But I'm trying to feed, the other side energy coming out of that, or something that's going to help you be positive within this that you're going through. Like I said about anything, adversities. And I know it's a real thing that's happening right now. It's impacting lives. It's impacting, businesses and the economy. I understand that. But at the same time, we still have to maintain, our sanity, maintain our, ourselves for ourselves and for the people that love us, our children, our family. And that's the energy that, I'm feeding on. It's not like I don't notice what's going on, because I do, but I'm trying to feed it as minimal energy as possible. That's all. That's just me.
Yeah,
And
I totally get it. I do the same. And we can recognize it, and to a certain degree we have to recognize it because we're in the middle of it.
yes,
and it affects affects everybody.
And I am thankful for those that put the updates of what's going on and things like that. I am thankful for those individuals as well.
Yeah.
But as far as me, I'm trying to, I am feeding that energy to help you say, okay, well, focus on this right now, and let's there's still some good here. There's good. We're going to get through this, and even through this, we're going to become stronger and better, and you're going to learn more about yourself, and just take care of yourself and hold yourself together. You have that power within, and that's what I feel like I'm here to do, to remind everybody. So I'll continue to do that, no matter what's going on in the world.
Yeah. And to uplift.
Yes.
Because if this is why we're here. This is what I really feel. Why many of us are here, to uplift in this time, because what's going on is a shift in our consciousness. It's massive. It's an evolution, and it's all divinely orchestrated. It's all on purpose. So we're here to lift people up from this, because we're changing. The world has to change. It can't stay the same. We've known this has been coming for many years. We didn't know how it would play out, what it would look like. Now it's here. So now we have to get down, boots on the ground, and do the work.
Yeah, we're going through that.
Yeah.
That shit. Oh, not to cut you off. Sorry about that.
No, it's Beverley. Okay. It's okay. Go
on. Yeah, sometimes I get ahead of myself, especially when somebody says something that sparks something within me. I have to learn to let them finish their thought before I chime in. So I apologize. But yes, we've been through, a time where we were always looking outside for help, for answers. Now we're going through that change where we're looking inside and knowing that the power was given to us inside to help ourselves. The creator of the universe created us to be creators as well, and to create our lives the way. We're not being punished. We're just being, the universe is just responding to our energy, to what we're giving out. And anything that occurs in our life, pretty much, as hard as it might seem, we've had, a lot to do with that, or direct impact on that. Our words, our feelings, our thoughts, our thought patterns, our beliefs, our habits create all of that. So, like I said, I have tremendous gratitude that I'm realizing that now. I mean, instead of focusing on, oh, I wish I would have knew this earlier. I used to say that, but like I said before, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So that's why the teacher's appearing right now for me, and for a lot of others too.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people waking up. I see that, and we know what we know until we don't know it, and we don't know what we don't know until we know it. So
Yeah.
I think it's all perfect. People wake up when they're ready to wake up. People change when they're ready to change, and it's not our place to judge that or try to, like we were talking about, try to fix that. But there is a responsibility also of being at this stage of our lives where we are awake, where we are conscious, where we're conscious of what's going on in the world. And that is to be there for others, be supportive, be compassionate, be kind, don't judge. Because when I see people in fear, I feel for them. I feel sometimes I can feel the whole energy of the fear in the whole world on my shoulders. And this is what it's like to be an empath. And I'm just like, okay, I can't really do anything other than just be me and just send out the love and the light that I am. And if we're all doing that, then it has to change. It will change.
Yes, the collective energy of the world. It has to change, and it is changing right now.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Even there was another quote. I can't quite remember it verbatim right now, but it was basically is like all tremendous change is preceded by like chaos. So that happens first. So it might seem like, wait a minute, it's getting worse. No, but after the dust settles, things are growing from that. You notice even after things get destroyed, the next thing you know, you see a flower growing or a tree, and that's what's happening here. Things are being shaken up for a reason.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's well needed, I'd say. It's really well needed. And it's needed that the structures change. It's needed that all these different things that have been set in place, all these control modalities that have been set in place, that they're starting to crack, and it's needed. It's good that it's happening, So we'll see it on a larger scale as we go forward. And I'm excited. I can see that. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can see a lot of things happening, but it is overwhelming as well, especially for people that aren't aware of it. So yeah, let's just be as loving and kind as we can be and help people that, need that kindness. Yeah. Loot, I would love, we talked about that we were going to, because it's 22 now, and I want to make sure that we get to the juice bits. So I wanted you talked about sharing some lyrics from one of your songs.
Absolutely. I'll share a verse and a chorus to a song, and this will give people that don't know who I am an idea of the type of content and the lyrics that I say. And this song is entitled this segment that I'll say is from a song that I was inspired to create entitled Motivate. And that's what I believe, like you said, that we're here to do: motivate, inspire, encourage one another. So here we go.
Okay.
Motivate. Can I motivate you? Can I make you feel better? Can I self-empower you? Help you get through stormy weather? What if I share with you some stories of my life? Would it help you through your struggles and in your strife? Everything I go through makes me who I am. So it doesn't matter, because I love who I am. A person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity. Sharing what works for me. As I do, what works for you. Changing your perspectives, now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts as far as life is concerning? We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I could never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you.
Oh, beautiful. I
I
love
kind of
it.
messed up a few lyrics of my own
That's
song, but
okay. It's all good.
I kept it going. And you can get the general idea what the song is
Yeah.
about. But yeah,
Yeah.
again, it's entitled Motivate. It's on my YouTube channel. I share it on my Facebook, and it's also on like all the like iTunes and Spotify and all those.
Okay. Yeah, and if people want to connect, I know you have a YouTube channel because I follow you, but it's Loot Bryon Smith, but you have another name with the three E's.
Enlightened with an ED at the end. Enlightened, empowered, evolved. Enlightened, empowered, evolved. If you type that in, enlightened, empowered, evolve, then you'll get my direct icon for my channel. Please check it out. Please subscribe and just listen. I have a lot of wonderful content, like segments like this with you, Beverly, and as well as, you know, the music that I'm inspired to create.
Yeah.
And you can also find me on Facebook, Loot Bryon Smith.
Oh yes, you're definitely on Facebook.
Yeah, LOOT BRYON SMITH. The Bryan is tricky. It's spelled different, unique way of spell, but nonetheless, that's me. I'm unique. We are all unique.
Yes,
we are.
Yes, we are. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought there.
Okay.
Yeah, it went blank.
The YouTube channels.
Yes. Yeah, I would. No. Oh, right. I did have one question. Before I do that, I saw you interviewing a guy, and I can't remember his name now.
Oh, just recently?
Yes, the one that we talked about.
The former UFC fighter,
Yes.
Clifford Stark.
Yeah, and you were talking. Yeah, you were talking about you were going to do some collaboration work with him.
Oh, now I see where this is going. You think that you can pull it out of me what we're going to do. I can't tell you yet. I might tell you in secret. You know, if you instant message me, I will give it to you as long as you keep it. But right now, I can't share it.
Oh, it's a secret. Oh, never mind.
You know what? Because we still haven't quite put it together. We're at the table right now with ideas. So when we get that, you know, solidified, that we narrow it down, you know, to an idea, then I'll be able to put that out there. But I don't want to say one thing and then we end up doing another.
Yeah, I totally get that.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, okay. I was just very, very curious and intrigued.
But there's something, we're going to do. And I think it's going to be musically, you know, on my end, but it's going to incorporate some of his information and you know, just things that he's sharing. And I think that's the direction that we're leaning towards right now, is in regards, and then perhaps a video that, you know, has him in it and some of his footage of, you know, what he does. But I think that's how we're gonna kind of infuse, you know, our
beautiful
together.
Yeah, and he's like a motivational speaker, isn't he?
Yes. He's taken what he's went through his craft and kind of, you know, taking from that and incorporating into, you know, his journey and helping other people. And I believe it's beautiful, you know, what he talks about. If you get a chance, anybody else out there, check out that segment with Loot Bryon Smith and Clifford Starks as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm going to keep an eye on you guys, and then I want you both on the show when you know what you're doing.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, let's promote it. Beautiful. Well, I promised Loot that I would gift him with some light language. So I'm going to answer the viewers, of course, as well. So I'll do that now if you're ready.
Yes, let's do it.
So if you just close your eyes and relax and take a deep breath, and I put my hand on my heart. It's up to you if you want to do that. Just take a couple of deep breaths so that we get centered and anchored into our bodies. And open your heart for each breath. And just be ready to receive whatever you feel you desire to receive or need to receive, and just know that you only receive that you need to receive or are ready to receive. And light language is light codes that come through and help us on our journey of expansion. Kunese atikulu shema hasia elanu yahamaha sikitia ese lono shea mahasa haliti esunu yamaha e anukuse atala sesho ianuku e ala mahata ese osonuye ka ishe ala nuye amaha tunise iselanuye mahase o yeshe no kunamuti ala naseata Eseno yoe hamala ikata soneshe ama elanoye masahata kushine eyanoye amala naya olene eono yoe ama solene amana Sekunu se atila shumosea mahasa esse olonuya mahati ekesate yoshuna manasia ushea sa shea nuye hama ete kusela mahita esselunu shea mahasa etela kanukiti asatuna shamana hisetea elanaye maha Elanaye manaya olene oya oya sekolene yama situkuse atile shenia oleha masahatea esse oshulukusiti la masala tihina ekosu yeshemana esse otusemana shela Esse la manaya elonoye yamahasea silonoye amena. Take a deep breath. Namaste. Love and blessings. How do you feel?
Relaxed.
Yeah. Your energy has changed.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing yours. I love that we are so unique and we can come together with our gifts and share them, and we receive from each other in this beautiful space that we hold together. Such a blessing. Yeah. And I don't know how I connected with you. You just came into my world. And I'm so grateful.
I'm not sure how it happened either. Just,
no,
but
I have no
we're
idea.
here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And where are you? Where are you, Beverly? Where do you
I live in Denmark. I live in Denmark right now.
Denmark. Yeah, like I said,
yeah.
that's amazing. I'm connecting with you and being, part of your journey for however long, I am. And you're in Denmark, and I'm here, in the U.S. and California on the West Coast, and here we are, sharing our energy and collaborating and infusing what we're doing together, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It doesn't surprise me anymore.
No,
not anymore.
No,
it did at first, but not anymore.
No. This is where we're at now, and it's magical. It really is, and I'm so grateful, especially in these times, that we have the internet and we have the possibility to connect in this way, so that we don't feel so isolated anymore.
Absolutely.
And we meet people we wouldn't normally meet. So yeah, blessings to that.
Traveling the world right here in your own home,
Yeah.
I'm in Denmark right now, and right now you're in the U.S.
Yeah, whoa, and California, yes.
Yeah, you're in California right now. You didn't even have to pack. You don't have to go through airport security or anything.
No, amazing.
No passport needed.
No, the new earth has arrived.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, this has been really, really beautiful, Luke. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Do you have anything you would like to share before we go?
No, I just wanted to thank everybody who's watching and listening, and who will listen and watch later on, and just know that just beware of your thoughts and your words and what you listen to and what you expose yourself to, and that's why I feel that's my purpose, and as well as Beverly's purpose is to give you some food for your soul to listen to, some uplifting content for you to implant in your mind, in your heart, and your spirit. Help you through your journey in this time right now, we're going through. Just give you something positive to focus on and to bring into your life. And I appreciate you sharing your time, giving me the opportunity to take up a moment of your time and get your attention for briefly in this moment in time, because I believe that time is one of the, besides our health, time is a very, probably the most precious gift, because you can use it, but you never can get more of it. Yeah.
And it's always important to be in the present moment, isn't it? And then time doesn't really exist, because you're not chasing the future or looking backwards into the past. You're in it in this moment. So it's appreciating everything, every single moment, and making the most of it while you're here. Yeah.
Yes, that's important too. Just to take our focus off time in general. Just stop thinking about the past and the future. Just right now. Yes.
And create our lives in every moment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Luke. So everybody, if you're interested, and I would recommend that you go to Luke's new YouTube channel, and then they can, by putting in the 3 E's or your name, they also find you on Spotify and the other platforms.
Spotify, just there's a lot of them, but the two biggest platforms are Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music.
Okay.
I'm on all those streaming services. So if you look up Loot Bryon Smith on any of them, you should find me.
Yeah, or on Facebook, and if they want to connect with you, they can send you a friend request and follow you on Facebook, can't they?
Yeah, Pandora. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Pandora. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day, evening, wherever you are in the world. We love you. Thanks for being here. Bye. Thanks, Loot.